Hey everyone, it's Lindsay. So I just got back from the gym, so I'm a little worse for wear right now, but it was a good workout. I'm going to take some time to drink my protein shake, relax, and I am planning a lot of crafting today. I definitely need to keep my business running with the videos and the shipping and the showing and the listing and all of that. And that is going to happen. I'm going to try a new format for shipping. I'm going to give it 2 or 3 weeks and see how it works. I'm going to try to do all my shipping on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So on Tuesday, I'm going to try to ship everything out. And then Thursday, I'm going to try to ship everything out again and see if that works. Those 2 days, I tend to be home a lot longer. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I tend to be at the gym, running errands, other things as well. We're going to give it a try and see how it works. If it doesn't work, then, I'll go back to, I pretty much ship something every day right now, and it gets to be a lot. So we'll see if maybe a little bit more concentrated time twice a week will work better. I don't know. We're going to give it a try. But I want to show you what's on my desk and what I've been working on before I take you into the back room to show you what I had made over the weekend, as well as Yvette's gorgeous supplies. Now, I haven't looked at her journal yet. We are going to look at it for the first time together. But I've heard from the artist herself that the beading on the front cover of the journal I'm about to show you took her 35 hours. That's almost a full work week. So I can't wait to see it. I've seen her beading work before. It is mind-blowing. I would never even attempt to do something as beautiful as she does. So we're about to look at that, but I'm going to flip you around and show you what's on my desk in case it inspires you to play with some scraps today. Okay, take you down here. So I'll show you a few more supplies in the back room soon, but this is what I am currently working on. A set of journal cards, and let me show you this. Hold on. One-handed. I have this bin that I had gotten from the Dollar Tree a while ago, and in here I put papers and cardstocks and things that I can use for bases for journals. Not for journals, I'm sorry, for like journal cards and things. So just bases that I will cover with different things. So I pulled out some different bases, like this is just an ad with some suggestion cards I had bought. Some of these were like wallpaper sample things. And so the way I have been doing my ephemera this weekend, and I thought this might inspire you, is to just start. I do not have a plan before I start. I just start. So I get however many I'm going to do, which this is what, 6? These are pretty good size too. And then I start finding papers. Like I have papers over here. I have papers. I'm actually working, pardon my very messy floor, but paper gets everywhere. I've been working in this bin because I haven't pulled from it much in a while, so I'm trying to pull. And so the first paper that I grabbed was this. So this was my inspiration. It is wallpaper, and it is a light blue and white striped. So I went ahead and put that on one side. And then I decided to do blues. So now blue is my theme. So I'm finding blues and teals. If this piece of wallpaper or paper or whatever is not big enough to cover the card, I'm adding another strip with a torn edge. I've done that here and I've done that here. I need to back that one. Well, that one's white. I don't know if I'm going to back that one or not. I haven't decided. I've already backed that one, and I've already backed that one, and then I just did this. I probably don't need to back that. That's really pretty. So that will be my first layer, and then I'll start building up from there. I have no idea what I'll do next. I might add lace, I might add more torn papers, I might add coffee dye paper, who knows? And I'm going to start building up and then adding a focal image. So I've just been doing it in steps. Well, since I was going to show you, I might as well just pull it out. Pardon me while I think it's this one. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to list these and I'm going to show them in the back room in a minute, but this is an example. I started out with this chipboard or cardboard. I think they're from cereal boxes, or I don't even know, but there's four of them, at least 4 of them, I guess. And so that's what I started out with. Then I had no idea what direction these were going to go. So next I took some vintage book page, and that's from this book right here. It's a Stories of Today. And I had gotten these, I think I had gotten these free at a book sale. They were like free or they were going to be thrown out. So I have a whole bunch of those. And so I just glued that on one side. I didn't do anything on the back because you can write on that, and I really like that. So then the next layer, I took a stencil, and that is this stencil. I love this stencil. This is a craft treat. Oh, sorry, my finger's in the way. A craft treat stencil from Amazon. You can see there, craft treat. That's the number, CTS596. It's gorgeous. And so I used some pink ink and I stenciled on that. And then I added a strip of fabric, a piece of washi. And then these are Lonnie's paper dolls. So Art by Lonnie, Lonny, on Etsy. I fussy cut them out. They're kind of like Tim Holtz dolls. They're just different. And I put them on there and then double stitched 2 rows of stitching all around the edge. So I had no idea how they were going to turn out. I didn't decide, oh, let's do, pink people. I just went step by step by step and built until it turned into something I love. And they all coordinate because once I decided that pink was my accent color, I chose this pink and white fabric and this pink, white, and green washi tape. So, and then they come in this little pink bag. So they're so cute. These are for sale. And I've done that. I'll show you in the back room in a minute on a few other things. So that's kind of been my process recently, because when I started out making journal cards, I was terrible at collaging. So there's hope for absolutely everybody. If you're collaging, you hate the way your journal cards come out, just be patient with yourself. And no, there's not really a course that I took or anything. It's just trial and error. And then also, one of the main things that helped me the most was just looking at other people's work. If I saw somebody else's work that really inspired me, the marketplace where I sell journals from other people, I just seeing their journal cards over and over and over and over again. My suppliers like Joanne and Cindy and Leah and everybody, Diana. I mean, I'm going to miss somebody, but my suppliers, Pinterest, YouTube, watching Gail Agostinelli work and collage. Just, put it in. And you're not going to change over a weekend. I'm happy with where I am right now, but I'm not content. Does that make sense? I'm happy with the progress I made, but I'm going to continue to make progress and get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. So hopefully in 2-3 years by now, I'm 10 times better than I am now. But it just takes time. It takes so much time. If I look back on the things that I made just a couple years ago, I'm like, oh my goodness, I've come a long way. So just keep making, keep filling yourself with inspiration. That's why I have this channel, Inspired. Get inspired, watch a video, subscribe, click the little notification bell so you get notified and see what other makers are making. And you don't even have to necessarily write it down or even take a mental note. The more that you see it, and the more that you see it, the more that you see it, the more it's going to start coming out into your work. So hopefully that's a little bit of encouragement for those of you who are new, or maybe you've been crafting a long time, but you haven't done much with ephemera and collaging and stuff like that. So hopefully that helps somebody. All right, let's go to the back room, look at Yvette's goodies, and then the supplies that I made over the weekend. Hey, okay, we're here in the back room about to look at some beautiful items added to the shop, like I told you we would. I will start off with my supplies since we were just talking about that, and then we will go into Yvette's. We have a lot of greatness today, especially Yvette's. You're going to be blown away. Gorgeous. Okay, so I have been working on, trying to get supplies into the shop. I made these yesterday. It's a set of 4 journal cards, and they are just like chipboard. You can write on the back, and then they're kind of blue themed. This one says Bloom. They're stitched. This one says Family. I love the butterflies on this one. And I want to thank Joyce for sending me these labels. They're awesome. You can actually see the paper through it. So I decided to use that. And then look at how pretty this one is with the wallpaper, the upholstery fabric, and the little applique. It's all stitched. So just a simple little set of 4 cards there. And these were the set that I was showing you just a little bit ago. Obviously, I filmed the first part yesterday, and now I'm back. But here's how they came out. So this one says Loving Life. This one says Live, Love, Laugh. They're stitched nice and sturdy. This one says Be Happy. Dream Big. Create Memories. And Wish. Beautiful little set. These would also make great pockets. I showed you this one already. So this cute little set that I've already shown you with Lonnie's paper dolls. Then I've got a tiny set. This set was so fun to make. So I backed cereal box pieces with blue hand-dyed paper that I made. I inked it all up both sides with purple ink. Then I used acrylic white paint and a stencil, a part of a script stencil. Actually, I think I put the washi tape down first. Gorgeous bohemian washi tape. And then I added the white paint through the script stencil. I let that dry. And then I fussy cut out these vintage birds from a vintage bird book, and I glued them on. So aren't they gorgeous for little tuck spots? Page headers, you could turn them into altered paper clips. So many things that you could do. I've been enjoying just making little reusable packaging. So just a book page from a cross stitch book. I've been enjoying that. Okay, so here's another example of chipboard. I've been loving using thick pieces here. So I actually used a jelly plate. And I put down blue ink or green paint and blue ink, 2 layers. Then I stenciled blue on top of that as well. So we got, and also inked all the way around with blue. So we've got like 4 steps just for the background. Then I stenciled onto hand-dyed paper to make these little papers there, added a word and a sticker. So we have Friends, Hard Work, Emerge, little $7 a square foot, Freedom, Western Department, Basic Elements, and Early Life. Gorgeous little tuck spots or journal cards, or I think tuck spots is probably the best use of these, but again, whatever you want them to be. See, cute little pouches. This paper's nice and thick. All right, so this is a set here. Okay, this is a My Porch Prints. Isn't that gorgeous? So it's backed. It is printed on a semi-gloss paper, backed with chipboard, and then this is hand-dyed paper. I've been dyeing a lot of paper in blues and greens, and it's just stitched, so it's a booklet. And then to coordinate with that, I made these little wildflower stitched paper ribbons with little die cuts made from some cardstock. Lonnie, that's some of the cardstock scraps you gave me. See, I've been using them. So hand-dyed papers, die cut flowers, and stitched. So that's the little set, and then it comes in that reusable pouch. I have a little set of blank notebook journals. So the covers are actually, I think it's like front and back cover of a coloring book. And I think I used all the pages for journals and things like that, but this is nice and heavy and bright and colorful. So they're stitched around. I've added, this is from Victoria Designs. It says Memories. From Vintage Image Club, it says From Coast to Coast. And then hand-dyed paper on the inside. And it's just hand-dyed paper. And so they're just little notebooks, set of 2 that you can use to decorate, write with, gift. I love this, how this stencil turns out. So just a little set of 2, being creative there. I have a little pouch here with 3 journal cards. These are simple. These are just vintage bird book pages, and they're backed with paper. And then I have a little double pocket here made from chipboard or cereal box. I'm not sure. I have 2 pockets, and they have, so this is love, little cutouts from an embroidery book. Have a little collage there. Made little journal cards. We have playing card and die cuts and a little sticker. Just a little cute double pocket there. Again, another pouch, making my pouches. Thick book pages work well for that. So here's another set where, this is a flip, I think. I've collaged, and then I've taken white acrylic paint and a palette knife and just kind of spread it in different areas just to add a real cool like mixed media effect. Pretty little set there. So that's that. This has been sold. I'm not going to do the whole flip through. I just wanted to let you know Cheryl bought this. She pre-ordered it. This was my large journal that I've been showing you. It's finished. It's beautiful. I'm not going to do a whole flip through. Just before I ship it out, let you know it's done. This was a brain bender. Took me a lot of thinking, but it's beautiful. Thank you, Cheryl, for purchasing it. It's shipping out today. But I thought I'd just let you all know in case you were wondering if it was going to be available. She emailed me and asked if she could pre-order it. So I'm sending that out. Okay, but the rest of the things I just showed you, they're all in the shop. And now we're going to move on to our dear Yvette. Now, she sent me a little goodie bag, so thank you. So excited. Oh, look at that. Washi flakes. So I guess little washi stickers. Look at that little cute cactus. Isn't that adorable? And then some charms. She sent me some charms. And she does beading, and her beading is amazing. Look at this. Look at this dangle she sent me. Makes me think of Elsa from Frozen. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you, Yvette, for your kindness and your thoughtfulness toward me. Alrighty then. So the next things are the things she has for the shop. Well, let's see. All right, so we have a whole bunch of beaded items. These are so pretty. Like, there's a lot of them. This one is called Spring. Vintage glass focal bead. Look at that glass vintage bead. Seed beads, new and vintage glass accent beads. These are not your run-of-the-mill beaded dangles. She adds in special things. She tells you, like, you know, it's vintage, or they're glass, or this one's called Blue. So these are like a one-of-a-kind. Hand-carved stone focal bead with genuine blue gold stone accent beads. Oh my goodness. How special is that? I mean, it really pulls your journal to a whole nother category, adding something like this. I would create an entire journal around one of these almost. All right, we have this one. Boho Vibes glass focal bead. Oh, that's so gorgeous. With glass seed beads, new and vintage accent beads. So there's that one. Then we have Luscious Reds, vintage glass African trade bead focal bead with glass seed beads and new and vintage glass accent beads. This could be beautiful if you're doing, you know, I've been selling wallpaper that's like Savannah and African themed. Like if you're going to do a jungle African themed journal, this would be beautiful with that. And then we have Deep Forest. right here. Handmade clay focal bead, glass seed beads, new and vintage glass bead accents. That's gorgeous. Her colors are beautiful too. That one's deep forest. That would be great for a woodland journal. Bright Sunrise, vintage glass focal bead with glass seed beads, new and vintage glass accent. Look at that. It's a great way to put a vintage bead as a focal point. Carnelian, glass focal bead, glass seed beads. Oh, wow, look at that. So pretty. Vintage and glass accent beads. Now, some of these she's added to the shop. She took the picture, she uploaded it and all of that. And they're not showing up as like the top ones because she had listed them before she sent it and she put it as a draft and I had to make it active and all of that. They're down a little bit further. So don't give up. Scroll down through all the supplies to make sure before you think it's been sold out. Red Hot wooden focal bead with glass seed beads. There's a little, it's like a little teddy bear on there. Oh, so cute. So don't assume they're sold out if you don't see them. Make sure you scroll through all the supplies before you give up, because that would be a shame if you were looking for one and it was there all along. A bit of this and that. Wooden focal bead, glass seed beads, vintage glass accent beads. Excuse me, my throat doesn't hurt, but I feel like my voice doesn't want to cooperate. Then we have Boho Blues, a 3-piece beaded dangle set, new and vintage beads. I love these. They're actually quite lightweight, and I really feel like you could make a trio of journals, and they would each have their own dangle, and they'd go together. Wouldn't that be amazing? And we would love to see these again in the shop. If you purchase them, make a trio of journals with them and then send them to me so I can resell them. Yvette and I would be tickled. Let's see. Beautiful Blues. Beaded tassel handmade. Diachronic glass focal bead. New and vintage glass beads. Look at the little butterfly. Oh, so cute. Wow. So you'll see the prices on these might be a little more than a normal small beaded tassel, but that's because of all the work. And honestly, the price should probably be even higher than it is, but we try to give you a good deal. We know that you're not endlessly made of money. We're not, so we're assuming you're not. Beachy Blue, vintage glass focal bead. Isn't that pretty? Oh. Glass seed beads, vintage glass accent beads. And then we have, well, come on, go in there. This one. I know it takes a little while to go through these. If you weren't interested in them, you could have just, skipped past this part. But those of you who are interested are going to want to see these details. Blue Swirls, beaded tassel, handmade diachronic glass focal bead, glass seed beads, new and vintage glass accent beads. This one's beautiful. This one's kind of like the one she sent me. Oh, all right. So lots and lots and lots of choices. Then we have Art Deco stuffed paper bag ephemera pocket, 2 sets available, 22 pieces. Each contains a paper bag, 19 handmade ephemera pieces, a beaded tassel, and a lace wrap. All right. Wow. So there's 2 of them. They're very similar. I'll just show you this one. Look at all those little pieces in there. 19 pieces in there. You have lace you can use. Reuse this. Reuse all the ephemera pieces. And you have a tassel. So there's a ton here. Art Deco. There's 2 of them. How beautiful is that? Then we have Edith Holden book page beaded page tabs, 2 sets. Each set contains 12 beaded page tabs. All right. Beaded page tabs. That's exciting to me. Oh, and they're Edith Holden. Of course. Look at that. So they're little tabs. glue them on the edge of your pages. They're from the Edith Holden books, and they have the sweetest little beaded dangles. So there's 2 sets of these available. I know you're definitely going to want these. And look at the little adorable envelope pouch that it comes in. Of course, you're going to reuse that. We love making reusable packaging. We can't do it for everything, but when we do, we try as artists here at Nevermore Creations. Kind of winds up being a little extra fun. So there's 2 sets of those. All right. Then we have Edith Holden Ephemera pouch with beaded tassel. Book page pouch, handmade ephemera pieces, book page accents, tassel, which is a mookaite focal bead with glass seed beads and carved agate accent beads. My heavens. So first, gorgeous pouch, right? And then we have our ephemera. Absolutely beautiful. Scarf it up for the ephemera alone. Right, and then, pardon me while I try to keep everything organized. We don't want to mix things up. That would be awful. Oh, come on. There we go. Look at that. There's your dangle. So beautiful. Those are agate, carved agate. Wow. Well, Yvette, nobody sends us beaded items like you do. You are the queen. And then we have the journal that I was saying I've heard great things about. I've heard it took 35 hours to bead. Now, there's no way that we could actually price it for, 35 hours of work on that alone. However, you will see a much higher price tag on this than maybe you normally do. And we just want to let you know that's why when it takes that much time to add something that unique, we have to up the price a little bit to give the artist a little. I know she does it for the absolute love of it, but she definitely deserves something for that. Oh my word. So look at this. The entire edge of the journal is beaded. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of beads. Look at there's beading on the cover. It comes with, this is how like one of the tassels look. Look at that. No wonder it took 35 hours. Oh my goodness. Hand stitching. Oh. It's called In My Garden. Hand-stitched cover over chipboard base, hand-beaded edging and tassel, all done by Yvette. Several kits from my shop, a few other shops as well. Of course, hand stitching. Oh, look, here's how she used the beaded page tabs. You can see they're all down here on the edges. And what a gorgeous journal. This is, you will never find another journal like this, of course, unless Yvette makes another one, but I have never seen anybody bead all the way around the edge of a journal before. You must have the patience of a saint. Or more than that, for sure. Oh my goodness. I love the different sized pages. The soft, sweet nature theme. It's light medium embellished. Plenty of room for you to write, to add what you love. And I love how the cover stays the star of the show. The inside is gorgeous, but it doesn't take away from how beautiful this cover is. Don't you just want that on your end table near your bed? And honestly, even though the cover's so beautiful, the pages are so inviting. They actually want you to write on them. Like this would be so pretty for like a devotional or a gratitude journal, something like that. And then of course she crocheted the closure on that. So what a day. Oh my goodness. It's amazing what we've looked at and experienced today. Thank you for coming along and looking at all of it and getting inspired. Maybe if you used to play with beads a long time ago, you'll want to pull them out again. Again, I hope you enjoy shopping. Thank you so much for subscribing and supporting my channel and my artists. I'll see you all tomorrow with more goodies. I believe we have Michelle Wynn tomorrow. You won't want to miss that at all. It's going to be incredible. See y'all later.